Hey, it's Haywood, joined again by Little Haywood. Hey, I hope you had a great 4th of July. You made it through with all your fingers intact, didn't blow any off. But that being said, it was kind of a sad week. Andy Griffith died. Andy Griffith, he was one of my favorites. I bet he was one of yours too. And Andy Griffith was a genius. And by that I mean Andy Griffith knew what people liked. He knew what audiences wanted. Now, the same geniuses that do market research for television stations now are the same ones that did market research back then in the 60s to tell television stations what kind of programs we wanted to watch. And every one of them told the networks that nobody's going to watch a show about some hick sheriff from North Carolina. Andy Griffith knew better. That show, the Andy Griffith Show, by the way, went on for the next 9 years, was in the top 10 in the ratings every single year. Every single year. Now, what also made Andy so smart was that he knew how to make a show work. He could change in midstream. He was every bit as funny as Don Knotts, but he knew that if he stepped back and played the straight man, let Don Knotts as Barney Fife get all the laughs, it would work better. It was a genius move, and it did work. Now, here's something about that show that just dawned on me. When we think of the Andy Griffith Show, we think of small town values, family values. That's the way we remember it. But think about this. Not one of the main characters was married. Not one of them. Andy wasn't married. Barney Fife wasn't married. Gomer wasn't married. Goober, Floyd the Barber wasn't married. Who'd marry Floyd? Think about it. Aunt B, I don't recall an Uncle B, do you? None of those characters were married. Yet, the genius of Andy Griffith was that he was able to pull that off. I mean, he was able to make that show work, and it still works. Still works. Now, Andy Griffith as an actor, I don't think there was any better. And his performance given in a movie called A Face in the Crowd, if you can get that on Netflix, rent it. It was made back in 1957 with Patricia Neal. There was no better acting performance ever by anybody. You need to see it. It was great. He should have won an Oscar that year. As a matter of fact, he should have won an Emmy for the Andy Griffith Show. He never did. And that is very sad. Andy Griffith, one of the best by far. Gonna miss him. I will see you next time. Hey, it's Haywood. And a few months back, the higher-ups suggested that some of us columnists needed to start blogging. Well, maybe suggested isn't a strong enough word. We were told to start blogging. And I don't have a problem with that, except maybe one. I type almost as good as I dance. Now, the people at Forward Magazine have seen me dance, so they knew I would probably never get a blog out on time, kind of like my column. So they suggested that I do a video. And I said, well, what do you want me to talk about? And they said, well, do this. Just talk about anything topical. Talk about something local. Or just share some information. Oh, that's a good idea. And, you know, I decided I am going to start sharing some information, albeit useless information, but I thought that'd be a good start. You know, for instance, let me share this with you. You may or may not know this, but this is the 450th anniversary of the napkin. That's right, the napkin. The napkin was invented 450 years ago. Before that, everything was a napkin. Okay? There, you've learned something. Now, you also noticed at the introduction of this video This little character right here. You see that? Huh? Well, Sprague Leaves, our art director, made this. This is a bobblehead Haywood. And I swear, the first time I saw it, first time I looked at it, I thought I was looking in the mirror. Till you look a little closer. Now, look a little closer. See, his hair's combed. That's where we differ. Other than that, we are identical in every other aspect. I know what you're thinking when I said that. And unfortunately, you're absolutely right. He ain't got any money either. But anyway, I'm going to start blogging or video blogging once or twice a week, so I hope you'll check in. You can email me and tell me something to chat about. Or better yet, you might even come down here and do this with me. Or I could come to your house if you make dinner. But that's what I'm going to try to do, at least twice a week. So I hope you have some suggestions. I hope you check in. I'll be seeing you.